Swagatam. Today's class, Anuvada Pradeepa second part for Sura Saraswati Sabha examination, paper 2 for the Turiya level. We are doing the second lesson and the third class in the order. Let us begin with Prarthana. Hope I am audible. Everything is okay. If any issues there, you can message me. Gurureva gatihe गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरोः मम पाहि गुरो. Today's lesson has no exercises, so we have only a theory part. We'll try to finish off all the concepts in the one part today, in the one lesson. Please concentrate. This is about lakaras. Today's lesson is about lakaras. That is ting and krit. Ting and ting rupas. The parasmay padam and atmane padam. There is no kridanta part in this. So the lakaras are pertaining to the ti, taha, anti, etc. Te, ete, ante, etc. So they are the suffixes, the tense form of the verbal suffix. Okay, so we will learn the concepts around it, and please note down, be ready with a book and a pen as I always instruct before the class. Don't run here and there for the material. Okay, be ready. Note down the points. Although the PPT comes to you, I repeatedly tell to keep a habit of writing a running notes, which will increase your multitasking ability and increase your brain power. See, the way the brain works is we have to use it. Okay, in our class, our teacher used to say there is no resale value for the brain, so use it. It is for you only. Okay. Now what happens is when we try to put some pressure on the brain, it tries to grow itself. Okay, we cannot pull the hands and legs of a little kid, of an infant, to make him big. Isn't it? My Gurudev always says, we cannot pull the hands and legs and head of the child constantly to make him grow. We have to make the child act. Take the actions, take some activities so that the child grows. So the brain needs constant activity. Sanskritam is the best language for that. Learning a language keeps a person young. We all realize this, okay? So there are at least 10 ways to keep yourself young forever. Language is one of them, and Sanskritam is the best language for increasing your brain power. Okay. So let us go to, could you please write your question, Krishnanji? You are raising hand. So I'm just starting. I have not even started the lesson. It's okay. So let's learn what is lakara. Today's lesson is about lakara, dingantas, atmanepada, parasmay pada, dhaturupas, etc. Okay. So there are 10 lakaras. 10 lakaras are there. They are divided into two parts. Kalas and prakaras. Kalas are pertaining to tenses. They are related. They are translated as tenses. The English word equivalent is tense. And the prakaras are moods. Tense and moods. Okay. So in English there are two moods. They say imperative mood, potential mood. There are 3 tenses. So 3 tenses and 2 moods comprise in the English language. But in Sanskritam, there are 6 lakaras, 6 kalas and 4 prakaras. Okay. So the 6 kalas means, there are only 3 kalas. In any way on the earth, it is not possible to have another kala. Who are you to bring in 6? You are just making it double. Okay. So that is the akshepa. But we will see how there are shat kalas. 6 kalas how. In Telugu, we say Padi kalala paatu challaga undu. Padi kalalu. What are the 10 kalas? So they know that there are 10 lakaras and we are talking about them. When we say Padi kalalu, Padi means 10. And there are 4 prakaras, okay, out of them. Now the la, what is lakara? Basically, la and kara. We say akara, ikara, ukara, like that, lakara. So what is lakara? Panini has named these tenses as lakaras because they have started each lakara, each tense or each mood starts with the name l, with the letter l, with the sound l. That is why it is called lakara. Okay. So they are like lut, lit, etc. We will know in a short while. So they're all named like that. All 10 of them are starting with L, but 4 of them are kalas, and 4 of them are prakaras, 6 of them are kalas. Now the Bhuta, Bhavishyat and Vartamana are 3 kalas, and we have Antarvibhagaha. When we say Shat, then of course there are Antarvibhagas, there are internal for the Bhuta and Bhavishyat only, not for the Vartamana kala, but for the Bhuta and Bhavishyat, there are Avantara Bhedas. Now, what are the two types that we have learned already? The Sarvadhatuka Lakaras and the Ardhadhatuka Lakaras. So here we note down the names. Okay. So where the Vikarana Pratyaya is added, that is called Sarvadhatuka Lakara, and there are 4 of them: Lut, Lot, Lung and Vidhiling. These are all very basic knowledge things I think we have covered a little bit in the part 1 also. I'm just trying to go a little bit normally in a smooth manner, point by point. If anything is not understood, you can raise hands. I will explain. Now the Ardhadhatuka lakaras are those where the Vikarana Pratyaya is not added. There are 6 of them: Lit, Lut, Lut, Ashirling, Lung and Lung. Oh madam, you have forgot late lakara. No, I remember it, but it does not come in the Laukika lakaras. That comes in the Vaidika lakara. We will see it very shortly. There is a shloka which tells about all the lakaras. You need not worry that, oh, how can I remember? I'm such a little boy. Huh? How can I remember so many lakaras? I mean, little boy, little girl in the learning of Sanskritam. How can I remember all of them? So you need not to put any pressure on yourself. There is a karika. Sorry, it's not a shloka. It's in the shloka format, but it's called a karika. What is that karika? Let me read it out for you, and better you learn it. Whatever I tell you to memorize, don't ever hesitate. Just to start memorizing. I'm not asking you to show in the class how you memorized or read out in the class. You can utilize this opportunity. You can use it just to memorize, try out. Not, I don't believe in the fruit because karmanyevadikaraste. We are all Gita childs, isn't it? We all grew up with Gita ideas. We all are like trying to put the Gita Mata in our life. Here also I am putting her in between. Don't worry, I am not going to put any exam. But when I say learn, just learn. That's all. Whether you can succeed in that, whether you cannot succeed in that, I will never ask you. But you have tried or not, I will definitely ask. Each karika expresses a shastric idea, and it is very, very useful to keep them in your hearts in the kantha. We say kantha patha, not even heart or brain. It will take time to retrieve from there. But from the kantha, you can retrieve even in your sleep. So just try to repeat it few times so that you memorize it. And it's very easy when you know the meaning. लट् वर्तमाने लिट् वेदे भूते लुङ् लङ् लिटस्तथा विद्याशिषोस्तु लिङ् लोटौ लुट् लृट् लृङ् च भविष्यति. Okay, don't worry about this lृङ् being bhavishyat. I will explain it. Just for the karika's sake, this lृङ् cha bhavishyati, we just cut off this lृङ्. I'll tell what is lृङ् later. But this is the karika that comes from the parampara, from the this sampradaya. Okay, so the artha of this is lat vartamane. There is only one vartamana kala. Okay, in the late, in the Veda there is late. In the loka it is not used. Then lung, lang, and lit are the bhuta arthakas, the past tense equivalents. There are 3. Samanya, Anadyatana, sorry, Andyatana is there. It's a typo. I'll check it right now. Give me a moment. Because if I forget, I will not do it later and it will come to you with the error itself and I don't like it. So let me correct it. Bear with me. However nicely I do, it is always something it remains. Okay, don't worry. Okay, then Anadyatana and Paroksha. Then Ling and Lot. Both of these are Vidhau Ashishi. Sorry, not Ashishe, but Ashishi. Okay, in the Ashir Ling. Okay. Then lut, rit and ring are in the bhavishyat. Ring, not ring, but ring are in the bhavishyat. We'll come to that. Before that, you just see the late rupas. Now, this is a present for you all. We don't get to see the late lakara rupas in the normal course of our Sanskritam study. Nowhere they dare touch. Let me tell you, it is to dare to touch this. Yes, real. I'm not saying in fun. I'm not saying for fun or to scare you off or to warn you. But yes, this is an area where we should be very careful because we are dealing with something in the Vedas. In Vedas, we cannot change even one letter. I got these rupas from Mataji's Pushpa Dikshitji's Sahajabodha book where she deals with all the lakaras, Ardhadhatuka Khanda. She has two books. One is Sarvadhatuka Khanda and one is Ardhadhatuka Khanda, the grammatical way to approach to the verbal forms and all the forms of Sanskritam. She mainly deals with the dhatus and all the ditas, kridantas. There are four books and there are more, like how the prakriya works. She throws light into all those areas. Okay. So in that there is one chapter on late also. So the late lakaras, I never knew how to see them, where to find them. And they are a little different from the laukika and their artha is vidhi. Okay, most of the times the late lakara artha is vidhyarthaka. It is like vidhi. Okay, and there are like many these things. But my intention is not to explain late lakara. I also dare not touch it. I don't have so much dare. Mataji has lot of dare because she has also dealt with Vedas. But I didn't deal with Vedas. So I cannot give you. But I can give you the form just to look at them and feel, wow, oh, this is how late lakara appears. That's all. Okay, there ends our this thing. But she also teaches how in her systems and all she teaches, but I don't touch it because I am not authentic person to do that. And you're also not authentic. Those who will deal with Vedas will deal with this also. We are dealing with Laukika Sanskritam. We will stick to it. But still, I would love you all to see, to show to this thing to all of you. Okay, so the pratyas are like ati, ataha, an. Do you observe? It's anti, but it is an. And instead of asi, there is aha. Okay, in this first. Then there is athaha, atha, ani, ava. See, bhavani, it's called it's called oh, Bhavasi, Bhavani, it is like I saw that form also, or Bhavati, etc. So there is a Dirgha form, there is a non-Dirgha form also. I didn't decide, there is in the Wikipedia also, there is one page on late Lakara, you can see there, small explanation is there, apart from these four tables, there is some small explanation. In the Mataji's book, it is more fair, but don't try. And then sevate, sevaite, sevante or sevanta. Like that there are forms. This is how late lakara. Pranama to the late lakara. Okay. Then we will go to the next topic. In this table, I have tried to put all the like details, whatever details we can deal in one table. Okay, in one view, how much we can take. एक निवाले में कितना खा सकते हैं? How much we can take in one like this food or food in a handful of food. Okay, so this is how it is. Let me read out the table for you. So this line is Lakara's names, all the 10. The 10th number is missing. I have to put it. Then the artha of those lakaras are here. And the parasmaipadi ending is here. The atmanepadi ending is here. Then the sarvadhatuka or ardhadhatuka detail is here. The tip rupa, ti rupa is here. The te rupa is, it's not tip rupa, it's ti rupa because mip was mas. So it should be this rupa. Then I wonder why there is a, like, why there is not this and like thing. Why there is only thing? Huh? The this will make all the parasmaipadi pratyas. The thing will make it all the atmanipadi pratyas. Okay, we can also make such short forms, the pratyaharas. Okay, so this is how it is. So tip includes all the like this one. Okay, so then this pathati is the like one dhatu I took from the dvadi gana. Okay, pat is the dhatu I took just one, and one is for the atmanepada rupam. Okay, so with that I showed all the in the lat the form is like this, in the lung the form is like this, etc. Give me one moment. I'll correct both the mistakes. Give me just one moment because it will remain so. I cannot do it later. So I'm doing it right now. This is it. Insert close. Then T Rupam. Let me say T Rupam and Te Rupam. Okay, that will be clear. There is no other mistake, right? Astu. Now we'll go to the next slide. Okay. Now with this, like you will get this table and you'll get this all the PPT. So don't worry about the details. Just there are 10 lakaras and there are like different forms like pathati, apathat, etc. Okay. If you see pathatu, pathet, patita, patishyati, apatit, apatish. These are like there are more forms of this. Patyat, papatha. The Samanya Bhutakala has so many forms. Okay, 7 rupas for that. Okay, and in the Atmanepadi, 7, and in the Parasmaipadi, 7 rupas. So there are 14 forms of just lung lakara. Okay, it's a little scary, but let me tell you, whatever form you get in the grammar books and ashtadhyay.com, you can just take it and learn it and start doing the prayoga. Don't worry, don't look for like, I have to know all to do the prayoga. No, you need not do all to do the prayoga. You just have to know apati rupam. That's all. Just learn the table and start doing prayoga. Once you do the prayoga, everything will be in your fist. Okay. So just go ahead with the prayogas from any grammar books. Pick up the forms and start just yatheshtam. Lung lagarasya prayogam kuruta. By that, what happens? You will be just marked as a pandita. Wow, what a scholar. I tell it to all my students. Start using Samanya Bhutakala also. Don't say no for any lakara. Now, at the outset, I should have told this point. Many books, many people don't care to teach other lakaras than the Sarvadhatukas. So they stick to like a little baby in the mother's, shoulder. Like that, the mother will keep holding the baby and the baby will keep on. Years pass. The baby will not part from the mother's lap and mother's bosom. Okay, so what happens is the baby will remain baby. That's why grow up. Grow up with Sanskritam. Better become the baby who will grow up to care for the mother. Okay, so now here Sanskrit is our mother. We all know how she nourishes us, how she makes our lives. Enough said about it. Practically you experience by taking the forms into your heart and doing the prayoga. So here they don't teach the ardhatuka lakaras. You see that there is lut, rut, and all this. Maximum they teach bhavishyat kala. Okay. So, sorry, Samanya Bhavishyat is Lut and Anadhyatana Bhavishyat is Lut. Again, one mistake. So, this Samanya Bhavishyat is Lut. That for that they will teach one non non Sarvadhatuka. They teach one. That's all. That is not proper. So, you should learn all these and do the prayoga. Now, let's come to the Mukhya Sutras, that is the main, not sutras means not Paninian Sutras, but the principles around the Dhatu and Pratyayas things. See, let me tell you one more thing. As I already told you several times, the book has some details and I am telling you some more. Okay, just for the feel of the subject, I am trying to give you few more details. If what is there in the book, you will already read, isn't it? You will study, you will learn already all those points. Okay, so don't worry if you like feel like there is some more. Should I? Why is she charging our heads with all these things? So have some more. Have always some more. Okay, then you can take so that. See, when we listen to 100% today, tomorrow we will remember only 50%. Day after tomorrow, 25%. After a few days, then only 1% of it will remain with us. So better take more so that you can remember what is needed for your understanding and for writing in the exams as well. Coming back to our X plus Y favorite principle that we had read in the Anuvada Pradeepa first, course 1. I come back to this concept for the newcomers, those who have joined this course without joining Anuvada Pradeepa 1 and without having this background. For both of them, I am trying to tell you. So there is one principle called in the maths, like in the mathematics. Yes, the grammar is like mathematics to some extent. Just plus, minus, and like multiplications and divisions. That's all. Basic mathematics, not greater than that. To the power of and all that, we don't have a plus b is equal to a square plus b square plus b whole square is equal to all that, we won't have. Okay, we don't have cos theta, sin theta and all. Don't worry, just x plus y. Small term I have taken, I have borrowed from mathematics. Why? For what? Okay, let us come to all the Sanskritam words. Okay, all of them. They are divided into two categories, right? The like Tingantas and the Subantas. Others will like join that we have thought. Then when we take one word, take a Subanta for example, or a Tinganta for example, Pathati, or that is in the Subanta, let us take Ramaha. So Ramaha Pathati, okay. So Ramaha is Ram Dhatu plus Ghani Pratyaya and like Su, okay. Ram Ghai Su is the Ramaha. Then when we say Pathati, the Pat, A, Ti, there are like three elements in that. The dhatu pat, the vikarana pratyaya a and the ti. Okay, so that is the way how it is. Now x plus y formula is the representative of prakriti plus pratyaya. See, I am not giving it by my own. I just used x plus y, but this Siddhanta comes from the Mahabhashya. I am not the owner of it. Sorry. Where does it come from? It comes from the Mahabhashyakara Patanjali. So Patanjali has given us this principle of x plus y in the name of Prakriti and Pratyaya. So there is a Prakriti, there is a Pratyaya in every single word that exists in Sanskritam, even including avyayas, because न केवल प्रकृति न केवल प्रकृति प्रयोक्तव्या न केवलः प्रत्ययः. So we cannot have them prakriti pratyaya in the world separately. And suptingantam padam apadam na prayunjita. All these are very famous like sayings in Sanskritam. We have to remember them. I will say again. Suptingantam padam. This is sutram. Okay, what if suptingantam is padam? What to do with that? Apadam na prayunjita. Never do the prayoga of an apadam, which is not padam. Don't do the prayoga of it. Okay, so that is how. So sup and ting are to be added. So what are sup and ting? They constitute the y. And what is before that the base, the prakriti, that is the x. Okay, this is how the Siddhanta works in Sanskritam. So this formula will help you to reach out to whatever big word you see in Sanskritam. Okay. So it is in the case of our lakaras, the prakriti becomes dhatu and the pratyaya is the vibhakti pratyaya, and together the jodi makes kriya padam. The kriya padam is the full word that constitutes one dhatu element, that is the x and prakriti for the kriya padam, and the vibhakti pratyaya, that is the y element inside the kriya padam, that is the second part, right side part. Dhatu is always on the left. Pratyaya is always on the right. Even this I am not saying. Okay, Pratyaha Parascha. Okay, that is a sutram. Panini Maharshi is very intelligent. Okay, he gives all visual, audio, lot of things through his sutras. Okay, the sutras are so sonorous. Okay, they ring in our ears. When I was attending Yomas at Ashtadhyayi, even now the classes are running. I think the learning of the sutras. Okay, so I used to attend those classes. That Anna Swara, that when they keep make us like repeating and all, those sutras remain in my ear for a long time. So they are very sonorous. Of course, they work with the sound. Then the second level they work is on the meaning also, and the visual. Like he also gives the aids. So one of the visual aids is the pratyaya. He says parascha. So it is always on the right side. Pratyaya never goes to the left. Okay, it's always on the right. So dhatu is always on the left. Both take their own positions to make the kriya pada. Okay. Then, if the dhatu and pratyaya make the kriya padam, how does the kriya pada's artha come out? That comes out again by the two elements. The dhatu's artha plus pratyaya's artha. For example, if we say patati is the kriya padam, then the dhatu artha is pat, to read. Ti is the pratyaya, that means one person, prathama purusha singular, and now he is reading. So that we make he is reading. Okay, so there is a he, there is a is, there is a singular. Okay, and luckily Samskrita Kriya Pada doesn't make any distinction between the linga. Okay, he can be reading or she can be reading. So Pathati constitutes both of them. So this is the Kriya Pada Artha. Pathati is the Kriya Pada, to read, or he is read. Now don't say to read. Pathati will include not to read, but it says he is reading. Okay, it is he who is reading. Okay. Astu. Then, so pat is the dhatu, ti is the pratyaya, pat is the x, ti is the y, and pathati is the x plus y, the whole padam. The dhatu is pat, to read is the dhatvartha, pratyaya is ti, he is the pratyayartha, so he is reading will be the total kriyapada artha. This is how a kriyapadam works, and lakaras are all related to kriya padams, and it's all related to verbal words in the Sanskrit, in the language. Now, as we have already seen, the 10 are lakaras and there are purushas. So, like the dasha lakaras, these like each will have, if we take one dhatu, what all the dhatu is going to have? So, dhatu and the kriya pada both together are going to have, there are 10 lakaras. So, pathati can exist in all the 10 lakaras. Pathati can exist in 3 purushas, the prathama, madhyama and uttama. So, I give the formula, you all might have remembered. Okay, if you don't remember or if you didn't do it in the one part, let me tell you now. Okay, there is a like mantra. There are many mantras in Sanskrit. For learning also, we'll give some mantras. This mantra, remember. Though for those who do not know. He prathama, saha prathama. Tvam madhyama. You madhyama. And I uttama. I am the best. Okay. He might be prathama, but I am the uttama. This I love the most in Sanskritam language. Okay, because in English it is reverse. So first person, second person, third person they say, and people often get confused with this. Those who come through English, for them I always tell, don't worry. They say, oh, first person is uttama purusha. It is coming on the third, and the third person is coming like first person prathama. Oh, third person has become the prathama purusha. He has won all the great place. I say, no, don't worry. He might be prathama, but he is not the best. You are the uttama. I am the best. I is the uttama. Okay. So always be proud that we are learning Sanskritam. For Sanskritam makes us uttamas. Okay. So let us be uttamas. Purusha. So there are 3 purushas. He prathama, you madhyama, I uttama. So this is the mantra. Keep on saying it until you remember. Okay. Then coming to vachanas. Like we said, pathati, we have singular. He is a singular person. He is reading. So he shows that it is a singular element. Now there are 3 vachanas, singular, dual and plural, that a kriya pada will represent. So when the forms, we are dealing with the forms, we are dealing with all the 3 vachanas. Then there are ganas. In the sarvadhatuka ganas, only the sarvadhatukas. For ardhadhatukas, the ganas don't apply. Actually, patha belongs to sarvadhatuka, in the Vyadigana only. Bhu belongs to Vyadigana only. But it is useful only in the sarvadhatuka lakaras. Only 4 sarvadhatuka lakaras, we are going to count the gana. We are not going to count it in ardhadhatukas. Okay, that we have to remember. Always make it a gathan bandhlo, gant bandhlo. Okay, so make a good like granthi in your anchal or in your shirt also. Do some small this thing that dekho gan keval sarvadhatu ke liye hote hain. So only sarvadhatu ka lakaras take ganas, not others. Pushpa Dikshit Mataji teaches us this, that you have to be very clear. Only the sarvadhatuka dhatus, sarvadhatuka lakaras take the ganas for the dhatus, okay, for not all. That the ganas still remain, but there is another kind of classification for the ardha dhatukas. I wanted to teach you that, but it is a prakriya based. When we want to do the rupam, then only we care for all that. That's why I'm not teaching. And this lesson is intended only to give you the idea behind the lakaras, not the forms. Okay, so that's why I'm restraining from that. Anyway, now coming to other lakaras, when we said patati, oh madam, you only taught us patati and you are telling that there are so many lakaras, this and that. Don't worry. Even Panini teaches only ti. Okay, he teaches only ti, and in that place he teaches how to replace the forms for the other lakaras to appear. For example, patati is there, then he will put patatu. What did it become? It became the lot lakara. Then patataha becomes patatam, and patanti becomes patantu. Isn't it? In the lot lakara. Now, when we deal with vidhiling, then patet, the ti becomes et. Okay. And patetam, pateyu. Okay. Patanti becomes pateyu. Like that, when we replace the ti, etc., the pratyas into other forms suiting or expressing the idea of so and so lakara. If we say apatat tam, apatatam, apatan, not patanti, but patan, apatan. So the a is adagama, leave it. The patan is the n is the pratyaya. Now this pratyaya will show us that this is lang lakara bhai. ये तो past tense हो गया. ठीक है? When patati becomes apatan, then it expresses the past idea. When the patati becomes patishyati, it becomes the bhavishyat idea, so on and so forth. So this is like so on and so forth. And this is like the ekavachana, dvivachana, bahuvachana in all the three purushas. So 9 forms will keep coming to you in each lakara. We will do that in detail in the next slide, not here. Okay, now I want to tell you all the lakara, how they are like named and what they are doing. Let me be a little harsh here when I say that there is a Vartamana Kala in Sanskritam and it shows all the levels of Vartamanas. Okay, this Vartamana Kala in Sanskritam is very powerful. It stands for all of them. Let me be a little harsh here. When people see, we are all Sanskritam people, we have to stand some attacks. Okay, so कोई चीज घट है कि नहीं, if something is dridha or not, we punch it, we beat it, we hit it. So people hit us with lot of questions to make us tough. Don't take it wrong. Take it as an opportunity to go into deep. किसी चीज को कील को ठोकते तो कैसे ठोकते, उसको पकड़ के यूं धीरे धीरे चो बेटा जाओ जाओ अंदर जाओ नहीं बोलते. एक हैमर लेते और एक मारते उसके सर पर, खुद से टप कर चला जाता है. तो लोग हमें मारते हैं ताकि हम अच्छे से अंदर 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 संस्कृत के we enter into lot of deep depth of Sanskrit. Okay, so but that happened with me also in many places in the form of like books. They attack through books. They write wrong sentences in the books. People come and ask us in the classes, and people write in the WhatsApp groups, in the social media, wherever Sanskritam opportunity comes na, they are ready to throw some stones और कुछ hammer लेके खड़े रहते हैं ठोकने के लिए. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. Let us take it. Now वो ठोकना, एक ठोकना क्या है? They say that English has so many internal tenses. There are like 3 tenses. First they say there are only 3 tenses in Sanskrit. In English there are like 10 lakaras in Sanskrit. What is this? There is no, making it all tougher. Like that they say. This is the first action. Now we say no. In English also there is like for each tense there are like 4 internal forms, and we say present tense, and it has simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous, present then have present perfect. We have all these 4 forms, and in the past tense also there is simple form, there is like continuous form, and so on and so forth for all the 3 tenses. Say हाँ अच्छा, then they accept, fine ठीक है, अच्छा हो गया, उसका मुंह बंद हो गया. Now he'll come. अच्छा इंग्लिश में तो देखो इतना अच्छा है, there is such a nice division. संस्कृत में क्या है, कोई डिवीजन है क्या? देखो एक ही वर्तमान काल है. For all that, what is this? How will you deal with it? How will you show present continuous with that? No, they started using asti form. Hasan asti, jalpan asti. Oh my, they are just killing Sanskritam. All the spirit is killed. ठीक है, खादन अस्मि, खादंती अस्मि. This is not a right usage. This is not right at all, because that shatranta is used for simultaneous 2 kriyas, and as is not a kriya at all. As is to be, that's all. Asti bhavanti paraha aprajyamanopi asti. Even when you don't say asti, it is there. That means Being is a general, it's not an activity. Being is our nature. Okay, being is the nature of our Atma, our self. Self exists, just existence. So just existent cannot be counted as one kriya. So you cannot say khadan nasti and others you should say khadati. That's okay, khadati. Yeah. Then I am working in a university. I am working in a, like for example, I am working with vyoma. How will I say that then? Adhuna karyam kurvanti asmi. No, no, no. You need not say that. Karyam karomi is enough. Okay. Lat lakara is sufficient for that. Okay, okay. Then sun rises in the east. What to tell for that? Same lakara. Aren't you saying sun rises in the east? I am eating. Sun is rising in the east. Right now I am saying sun rising in the east. Does sun rise only for one day? Sun rises for all. The prakriti, the srishti remains for all time. Okay? Then we will say something like eternal idea, something that happens for a longer time like a job, and something that happens for a shorter time like eating. All these kriyas will be expressed by only one vartamana kala. Remember, there is no khadan nasti and piban nasti. Don't use such things. Use khadati pibati. You can say adhuna khadati, adhuna pibati. Okay? Like that you can say. You do not say karyam chalati adhuna. It is not finished. That's why I cannot say. Then when will you use present tense? Tell me. If khadati is not for present, khadanti asti is for present. Job kurvanti asti. Sun rising kurvati kurvat asti. Kurvan asti. Sun rising kurvan asti. Udayan asti. Then when will you say udayati? When will you say khadati? My direct question to all those. Okay. So anyway, this is not a question to answer, but this is a concept to make clear in your minds and hearts. Our mindset should change. Always we should not keep comparing something with something. So we should not compare birds with fishes and fishes with the butterflies. Okay, we should never do it. You can never say, oh, this bird is so wonderful. Eagle, it flies in height, but it cannot swim in water. What is the use? We cannot say the fishes are they move so swiftly in the water. They are so strong, but they cannot fly. What is the use? So better stop comparing the languages. Any language, for example, for all practical purposes, with all my heart, I am a linguist. I never look down upon any language. And I will not let others look down upon my language as well. Your language, I respect. My language, I will make you respect. So, learn to respect Sanskritam for this Vartamana Kalam. Vartamana Kalam is only one. Understand it, practice it from right now, not even today. Practice it from right now. Stop saying all those Shatrantas, okay? Then, there are 3 Bhutakalas at least, okay? Because Sanskritam has a very, 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 very old, like we are ancient people. We are Prachina Manavaha. So when in the Mahabharata, when Shiva fights with Arjuna, and then Arjuna realizes that it is Shiva, then Shiva calls him, you are a Prachina Manava. You are not belonging to Arvachana, you are not today's or yesterday's. You belong to that Nara and Narayana culture. You are that, you are the Nara person. You are the, out of the duo, you are Nara. He says you are Prachina. He uses that word, Purana Purusha. So we have that concept of being old and being like, nothing is older than Sanskrit. English came in 1600s. Do you know that? English came as a language in only 1600s from the Anglo-Saxon and all other places. But Sanskritam comes from yugas older. Okay, yugas Prachin. So to express those ideas, we have one past tense which is called Paroksha Bhutakala, that is lit lakara. Sababhuva, Nanama, Jabhara. Okay, all these usages are from there. Then there is an Anadyatana Bhuta. Just today, 24 hours, until today night, we will not say that. Until today night, if we perform that act, we will not use this lakara. But from yesterday's night, yesterday morning, okay, before this, yesterday night, yesterday morning, day before yesterday, for all the past, until, like I cannot say, just did you finish your eating? Then akhadam. I cannot say akhadam. Okay, I actually should not say akhadam. I should use the like Samanya Bhuta, whatever. I didn't see the form. So whatever Samanya Bhuta comes, we should say. But what happens is, just Paroksha Bhuta is the wonderfully, perfectly, correctly used. I mean, when we see in the Like mostly we see these forms, the Puranas, etc. So in the Puranas, they use the lit lakara correctly matching for the right this thing. But when it comes to Samanya Bhuta and Anadyatana Bhuta, they seem to be interchanged. Okay, most of the times they use lung lakara. Sorry, Samanya Bhuta is lung lakara. I'm sorry. Anadyatana Bhuta is lang lakara. I'll correct it again. Okay, lung lakara. Lung, lang, and lit. Okay. Right. Then, so lung lakara is a samanya bhuta, anatyatana bhuta is lang lakara, and paroksha bhuta is a lit lakara. But most of the times both are both are interchanged. Okay, most of the times they are interchanged. Okay, so then dvau bhavishyat kalo. There are two bhavishyat kalas. There is samanya bhavishyat. There is anatyatana bhavishyat. So same concept. So anadyatana bhavishyat happens to be that one which were apart from like something today happened, that it will happen. I'll start today evening to some place. Today now morning is happening. If I'll say today evening, then I cannot use this anadyatana bhavishyat. I can use samanya bhavishyat. Okay, anadyatana bhavishyat I will have to use from tomorrow morning and later. No, anadyatana. That's all. This is how it is. But even here, some to some extent we see this. Okay, so we come across this kind of they follow it correctly most of the times I have seen. So when they say bhavita bhavitaro bhavitaraha etc., they'll use for a distant future. Okay, for a distant future, for the right now future, and for distant future, for all like samanya roop se we can use the lut lakar. Okay, so this is it. Now we'll come to, so these are all the tenses, the three tenses of Sanskritam. Did you enjoy it? Huh? We should feel proud of our language. We should feel proud of how the language expresses certain things. This language has a scope to go beyond eras and yugas. So when we say Ramaha Pitaram Nanama, we know that we are talking of Treta Yuga. We are not talking of Kali Yuga. Can English say that? Can English express that? Can our mother tongue express that? Challenge. No. That's why Sanskrit is a Sanatana Bhasha. Sanskrit is a Prachina Puratana Bhasha. Sanatana means Sada Nutana Bhasha. Okay. Then there are four prakaras. That is Vidhiling, Ashirling, etc. The Vidhi, the Ling Lakara is two types, Vidhiling and Ashirling. And like Vidhiling is Vidhyarthaka, Ashirling is Ashirarthaka. Then the third is Lot Lakara, which means Ajnartha, and the fourth is Lung Lakara, that is Yadyarthaka. So here I want to give you some explanation. So there what they say, Luttal Ruttal Rungcha Bhavishyati. So learn it, no problem. Just put a red underline under the ring and remember, associate with Yadyarthaka. So this ring lakara happens to be not a tense at all. It is a if conditional. Yadyarthaka means if conditional. If you had you studied well, that lakara will come later. Okay. So all these lakaras will be covered. So if you had you learned, had you studied well, you would have passed exams. We did not pass exams. Okay. So it is for the past kind of past if conditional. Then there is a future. If you will reach in time, you will catch the train. Okay, if you will reach in time, you will catch the train. So this is future. So it didn't yet happen that they did. Now they are getting a little late. So they are being told if you go, you will reach. So that didn't happen. That will happen in future. There's a future if conditional. So we cannot say that if conditional is like past and future. So better put it into non-tense. Okay, non-tense area. That is what Yadyarthaka is. Okay. Then don't worry about the Karika says Bhavishyati, why. Maybe they considered only one part of it. Okay. So that is how. Or the if is like a if is like a, uncertainty. That's why they put it into the future. We don't know. We should never undermine the brains of the old people. And if something is seems wrong, we can just amend it. We can use it, but we should not call it wrong. Better don't do the akshepa. Okay. Then So in your book, the lakara pratyas are given, and then one dhatu forms are given. So this is how they are. Tip tas jhi, sip thas tha, mip vas mas. Okay, so this is how it is. Ta atam jha, thas atham, and it vahi mahin. It vahi mahin. Okay, so this is the starting from he here ti until ing it is ting. Okay, so this is how the pratyas are formed. So these are the Paniniya pratyas. That is how they are expressed in the grammar. But when they take the forms, the ta becomes te, okay, the jha becomes anta, jhonta, okay. So anta, and this is G, that's why. I was so like, when Panini Sutras we come across, we are so like fascinated by certain things. Like jhonta is the sutra. So the jha will be replaced by anta. Then I used to think it is anti or anta, it is told, where does the e come from? So the G is there. So only on the j part the anta will come. The e will remain as it is. So just for fun, I'm telling. It's not for the beginners. This point you can just forget. I'm telling for those who are of the higher level, those who can understand Panini Sutras and all. For them, I told, don't worry. This is not for this course. Okay. Just I am telling the sutras how they are named by Panini. Tiptas ji, sip thus, and whenever the sir comes, just with closed eyes, make it a visarga. With closed eyes. I mean, it will follow everywhere. So, thus is thaha, thus is taha, mas is maha, vas is vaha, etc. Okay, here there is no, so thas is there. So, it will be thaha. Okay, like that. Anyway, okay, so these are the pratyas and these are how the rupas look with the, when they are attached to a dhatu, how they work is this way. Okay. Then this is another table. I would want you to look for just few seconds this table. You can study for yourself. I'm showing on the screen. I'll increase the size if you prefer. Okay, look at this table for a while. Just for a few seconds, look at it. You'll understand it yourself. I want you all to observe things. Okay, observe. It says Gana Nama, all the Ganas, Badi, etc., all the 10. Then the Dhatu, which is the representative of it, Bhu, Ad, Hu, Div, etc. I took the representative Dhatu only. So Bhu Adi is Bhadi, Ad Adi is Adadi, Hu Adi. Actually, it should be Huadi, but I don't know why it is Juhoti Adi. Div Adi, Swadi, Tudadi, etc. Then there is a, like how the dhatu plus adi makes the gananama, here it is. Then vikarana pratyas which are pertaining, here there is dash, that means here there is a, there is no pratyaya, lopa, but actually it directly attaches with the dhatu. So adati, atti. Like shlu is lopa, and by the shlu it is getting dvitva. So hu hoti, hu hoti, and ju hoti. So that is how it forms, doubling happens, and so on and so forth. So all these here the seventh gana is the one which takes the vikarana pratyaya in between. So this vikarana pratyaya jumps in between, like a little baby comes na, little baby comes and sits in between mother and father always. Okay, so it is not dosha for a putra to sit between mother and father, but for all others we should not sit between, like wife and husband. We should not cross them. We should not go in the mid of them. There are certain rules. Guru and Shishya are there standing. We should not pass from the between. Nandi and Shiva are there. We should not pass like that. But Rudra Dhatu, all the seventh Gana Dhatus have their Vikarna Pratyaya entering in between. Okay. So if we see by the toughness, let me tell you, I mean, I'm not a very great fan of making things, these are tough, don't go there, go to them. That no, I'm just arranging by the level of difficulty. That means you have to do it at a later level. If we do, then 1, 4, 6 and 10 are the ones we can deal with much ease. Okay. Then the second level difficulty is the fifth Gana. Okay, fifth Gana and then the 8th Gana and the 9th Gana. These are a little easier to deal compared to the 3rd level. These are medium tough. Okay, and then when it comes to 2nd Gana, 3rd Gana, and like 7th Gana, they are very, very like complicated. A little like we will face like when the Dvitiya Gana, when directly the T is coming, there are a lot of this Vyanjana Sandhis. The Hal Sandhis happen to be like playing a great role when the second Gana is doing. Then the Saptama Gana, because the Na is going in between, Yujya Yunakti, Rudha Runadhi, okay, like this. And then when it is like this Navama, Ashtama and Panchama, right? Hatrutiya. When it is Trutiya, it is like Dvitva. So I will tell you again 1, 4, 6, 10 easiest, and then 5th, 8th and 9th medium, and then 3rd, 7th and this one 3rd. What is remaining? Where am I? 3rd, 7th. They are the toughest. Okay. 1, 4, 6, 10. This 2, and then the 3 should come. So anyway, yeah, 7th is the toughest. Okay. Fine. So anyway, the third can be challenging because this ha will take the ja, ka will take cha, like chakara, like that when it happens. In the lakara it happens, but it also happens in this. Okay. So we have to be careful. Anyway, so this is the dhatu plus vikarna pratyaya plus ti is this form. Okay, and the rupam finally is like this. Well, now we'll go to the how many sadhya rupas. This is the most interesting part of the this thing. Okay. Yeah. 2nd, 3rd, and 7th. Thank you. 2nd, 3rd, and 7th are the toughest. Okay. So now we are going to see something very, very fascinating, something very, very extraordinary in Sanskritam. What makes Sanskritam very, very systematic? What makes Sanskritam different from other languages? Her pedestal very high. What makes her to that place? Let us see. Why Sanskritam is called Deva Bhasha? Because what is the Divyatvam that you find in her? We will see right now. Now we have again one mistake of so dhatu plus purusha pratyaya is the formula we have for the this one kriya pada. Okay, so dhatu plus purusha pratyaya is the kriya pada. Now there are 3 purushas prathama madhyama uttama. There are 3 vachanas ekadvi bahu. By this it becomes 3 into 3 9. 3 into 3 9 for 1 lakar. Coming again, concentrate here. This is a very important point. There are 3 purushas, there are 3 vachanas. So there is a dhatu plus purusha pratyaya taking 1 form. So 1 form is equal to like 1 form has 3 purushas, 3 vachanas. That means 3 into 3, 9. Until here clear, right? We see bhavati, bhavata, bhavanti, bhavasi, bhavata, bhavata, bhavavi, bhavava, bhavama. Done. Now here, like every like lakara, if we take, it will have this table. Every lakara. Meanwhile. Okay, how many lakaras are there? There are 10 lakaras. So 10 into 9 is equal to 90 forms. Just 90. Okay, just 90 forms for all the 10 lakaras. Done. Now, if it is an Ubhayapadi, so there is going to be like one Parasmaipadi, one Atmanepadi. I think I told all this in the first part, but still I am telling again. So it is an Ubhayapadi, then the 90 these forms, Parasmaipadi forms, and the 90 Atmanepadi forms. Okay, so there are total 180 forms. Only 180, that's all. Okay, only 180. But there are 22 upasargas, isn't it? 20, let's make it 20 for all practical purposes because 2 are like just repetitions and they happen only in the Sandhi times. That's why. So upasargas are 20, 20. Now, how many dhatus are there? There are 2000 dhatus, isn't it? So there are 2000 nearly. Some say 1995, some say 2015. So whatever be the number, let's not wonder to pinpoint. What I say, to the students, if you have observed like different dhatu pathas, you're all very you have just crossed the beginner stage. So I cannot expect all this from you. But if you are aware of dhatu pathas, how many dhatu pathas are there? Madhaviya dhatu patha, like there is Kshira Swami, Kshira Tarangini dhatu patha. And there are many more. Okay, there are many more. Believe me, there are many more. And like as if there were not less people from West come. Oh, we also made one dhatu patha. And what they do, they mess up with all the dhatus. Don't worry about that. So there are like Western, there's a Western dhatu pathas. Oh my God. Sanskritam is Indian and they want Western dhatu patha. I don't know what kind of manasika that is. Whatever they do, they want their name. Okay, for our things also. And they want us to study from their method. Why should we? We have so much parampara. We should be ashamed to even touch them or see them. But if there are mistakes, we have to correct them. That's why we have to see them. Okay? So for that, we have to know what is right. For knowing what is right, we have to see our dhatu pathas first. So at least try to know. You can take a small, like, project work kind of, discover how many dhatu pathas are there. Try to write a small note on each of them. Like that, you can take up some, project works while doing this course anyway. So the sadhyata, I'm not saying that all the dhatus will combine with all the like upasargas. So 2000 dhatus into like 20 upasargas will make 40 only prathama purusha rupas. So 40 into this 180 if it is an ubhayapadi. Okay, then how many upasarga dhatu rupas will come? You count. I did not put the number after this. Okay, so for the pratyekam, for all the 40,000, there will be 90 or 180 swarms. So with this, you can see how many dhatu rupas are there. Does it end here? Does it end here? Definitely no. Be ready for more. Now, for the kartari tense, if we say like in the gachati form, it is done. But we have bhava karmana, karmani pratyas are there, isn't it? Gamyeta, gamyetam, gamyanta, all these are there. Okay, so this is like, actually gam is parasmaipadi, but it gets into like, takes into atmanepadi pratyas when it is doing the karmani rupa. Okay, so bhava karma is there. This is one. Where with again upasargas, with again these things, how many forms? Calculate. Okay, then. I mean, so many forms that come out of the Sopasargaka forms in the Kartari will come for the Bhavakarmanoho also. Then there is a Sananta, Pipatishati, Jigamishati, Jikirshati, etc. For all these also, there are so many forms. Oh, only this much? No, it didn't stop. Then there is one more Nijanta. Nijanta is Preranartha. So Gamayati, Gamayataha, Gamayanti. Wow, wonderful. Once you see the T form, you can say tak 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 tak. You go to that number. Okay, whatever comes out. Then there is a Yamnanta. Jangamyate, Jangamyete, Jangamyante. That is another. Okay, another that number. Another Young Luganta is there. Okay, the Janganti. Oh, madam, please stop. Okay, you'll say, please stop right here. Oh my, oh my. In Telugu, we say Gundal Badakotam. Oh, we'll do like this. Oh my, so many forms. So be happy with these forms. This is the expanse of Sanskritam. This is how Sanskritam is rich. This is how Sanskritam has power to express whatever you want, whatever tense, whatever, like you want to say karmani, go to that. If you want to say like causal, you go to this. Desvirative, you go to Sannanta. And instead, more than like, there are more, like I did not include them. It doesn't end here, believe me. There is like kyach, kamyach, and there are like namadhatu prakarnas. All these, like many other like forms are there, which one T form, one Te form comes out means all these forms come. And all the upasargas, they are ready to join. Anytime upasargas are very, enthusiastic. When they come to join with the dhatu, they do a lot of work. We covered all that in the Anuvada Pradeepa part 1. So this is how this things work. Okay, so Sopasargaka and all these have 90 or 180 forms depending upon their. For example, Jangamyate will take always Atmanepadi, so it will have only 90 forms. Okay, so Nijanta will always take T form, only sometimes it is like Te, so it will be like mostly 90 forms only. So like that, it will be a little concession you will get. Okay, little concession in the forms. Okay. So this is how Sanskritam lakaras work. I have finished the lesson. We have concluded. Now it's ready for your questions. I don't want to like redo all that by the revision. I think you'll go through this lesson one more time. Or if you have a book and pen, you have to taken down the notes. The revision is not necessary. I want to open the class now for questions. Yes, there is one question from Padmaji. Yeah.
Namaste, Bhagini.
Namaste. Yeah.
In the sheet, it's not a question. I just wanted to that sheet that you showed, Anadyatana is printed as Andyatana. Instead of na full, it is half. So I just wanted to say that.
Astu,
In
astu.
Bhavishyat and Bhutakala, both places, that na is half instead of full.
Okay, okay. One place I corrected, another I'll find out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhagini.
So nice. Please tell me if any mistakes are there. Yeah, please tell me. Deepika ji. Yeah.
Namaste, Bhagini.
Say.
First of all, I would like to say how inspiring it was to listen to your class today. You really rekindle our love for Sanskrit. So some people, when they ask me why I learn Sanskrit, I am in a shortage of words to explain. Today, when I heard your class, it is so inspiring. I'm filled with absolute gratitude that we're studying under you. I have one question. The slides that you have shown, they're very informative. Should we make these notes and study this? Because the topics you've covered are much more than what is stated in the book. Should we study first the book and this, or how do we go about preparing for the exam?
See, this lesson doesn't have any exercises, okay?
Yes.
So that is why this is just information about the lakaras. See, the book gives in one sentence, I have given in an elaborate, that's all. Because the Tiptasji, etc., they have also given. And
Yes, yes.
like Atmane Pada, Parasmai Pada, I didn't explain that because I did it in the part 1 Atmane Pada very clearly. That's it. So I have seen that they have given in very short, that is only elaborate here. You can go anyway. You can go through, as you have gone through this lesson,
Yes.
you can now go through that book and it will be like coordinated.
Okay, and that was only my question, because there's a lot of information. Should I study the book first and then these notes, or I was a little, I was, so I'll go through the book now. I've already, I think I'll be able to understand what is in the book now that you've explained all the details. I'll
Yes,
go
yes.
through the book again. Thank you.
Yes.
Dhanyavada. Thank you so much.
Priya Rajan, sorry.
Ramji, can you hear me?
Yes,
it
yes,
was wonderful class. I really like excited about all the lakaras you are explaining. It was really wonderful. Thanks for that. And I have one question that I live in Canada, so I don't have a book because I cannot access from India to here. It take time. So is it any possible? Can I get PDF, or can I follow your just slides and all? That's enough for the
The
exam.
slides will give you all the information, even if you don't have the book. That's what I told in the introductory class, that even if you don't have the book, I'm doing it like all the sentences, the exercise, etc., are given in this. So you need not worry too much. The lesson will help you to understand the concept, and then you will be able to do the exercises also. So you'll not miss much, but if it is possible, get it some way or at some point of time. Okay. You can try later.
Dhanyawad, Mata.
Yeah. And I'm giving you the WhatsApp link for those anybody still left out. I'm giving it in the chat. So please join this group. This is our WhatsApp group. I'm also like putting a question answer. I can answer only to one person. Okay, anyway. So this WhatsApp group, you can contact me. You can write to me personally also, but a voice message or text message will do. Calls I may not be taking. Okay, you can message anytime. No problem. Welcome. You can use my time like this. Okay, this way by the voice messages and text messages. If you want any material, you can also request. Oh, sorry, hosts and panelists. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. So this is for yeah. You can join this group, and I'm looking at the question answers. Can you please briefly explain how the Ganas are classified? Ganas are Anjanaji's answer. Okay, so Ganas are like they are based on the Vikarna Pratyas. When Pandni Maharshi saw that the words, all the verbs in the world, he saw that some are taking some particular pratyaya, some are taking others. For example, when he saw that nashyati, but it is gachati or bhavati. Okay, chalati. It's not chalyati, but it is pushyati. And then when chorayati, shalayati, it's not kshalati, it's not kshalyati. So he observed, go in the back manner, like you are a linguist, you are a grammarian. No, you are trying to, whatever your, whatever mother tongue you are belonging to, try to classify those. This is one more homework, one more project work you can do. You'll enjoy it a lot. I tried to do it. Take one verb concept. For example, present tense, or take a future tense. Okay, like in Telugu, I'll take present tense. Then వచ్చింది or వచ్చాడు, తిన్నాడు, పడుకున్నాడు. Then I say పడుకున్నాడు, not పడ్డాడు. పడ్డాడు is different. పడున్నాడు, ఉన్నాడు. So all these kinds of like take at least 15 to 20 for seeing that difference. When you work on it, you will know what Panini did. You have to work for that apanatva, okay, for feeling Panini. Okay, for enjoying Panini, you can do this exercise. Okay, so what he did was, depending on what the apart, like if you will pull out the dhatu and pull out the pratyaya, there is still something remaining in between. On that basis, he classified all the ganas. That is how it happened. Okay, so this is your answer. How to join the group? I have given you the link. You can join through that. Oh, sorry, I did not type the answer. You can join through in the chat. It is there. Then Uma Chandrasekharan, books are available. Yeah, I in the that's why I was like when the book question came now, then I understood some people are not there in the group yet. So in the group they posted a link where you can buy, but I don't know if they will send to the, they have any this thing. I will check out. I will check out if they have the foreign countries they can send, or sometimes they put some books in US in some place and from there they distribute, they send it to others. I will find out. Okay. But please write me on the WhatsApp. You can write to me. Whatever material you need, I can share. If the questions and all you want, then they are there in the PPT. Astu. So, Samanya Bhutakalanum Laka. Thank you so much. Just before you wrote, I learned it. Then, yeah. Done. Okay, then we'll close the class. Okay, Shubhamastu to you all. See you all on Thursday. Hope we don't have anything on Thursday. Yeah, 2nd April. I don't think there is any this thing. You can all come. Welcome to you all. Shubham Bhuyat. Harihi Om. Namaskara.
Namaste.